I took a title in 1994 into the Nzenozo title holders.
Okay.
So my name, as I said, is Engineer Dr. Chibuike Achigbu. Akacha Nwata. Akacha is my title. Akacha Nwata. Okay. That's the full meaning. Okay. Akacha Nwata. Afana. Nobody might know you know. That's the way you get your balls. I forget na gane uzi. Dangote ne ko bubu afọ Dangote ne uzi. Ifeanyi Obapụta, Ifeanyi Obanewu. So Akacha Nwata ahana yapụta. So it was that title I took. But I took it when I was almost 29 years. So it took over my name. That in Lagos, everyone knows me, Akacha Nwata. Also brought out my community. Because wherever you go, Akacha Nwata. So the Nkwerre thing started, so it's been a long time. And when you just call me Akacha, you must add that Nkwerre. And nobody has ever answered that name. So and when I became chief, I also continued with Akacha. Now the Lord Chancellor was when they now made me High Chief. Because the High Chief carries a Lord with it. I put Waranya no girl.
Yes,
how Waranya go? Why am I slave trade? So all the time Waranya and I now want you about to our place. So then when you look at Zoshi,
yeah,
I don't know she is too petty. There is nothing like Ogwego. Okay. It's all about it's not them. I can tell you there is nothing like Ogwego. Nothing.
So it's fiction.
It's fiction, fraud. Wow. Serial number. When you print it, in a book, Uju, before the war, years back, was a very wealthy man. He was a merchant in produce. You know, a lot of them want to go palm produce.
Yes.
So he was a merchant in palm produce. After he said, I back to school.
She said it to us.
Yes, so from there, in Anyehe, maybe you guys were young, Anyehe Toyota Crown. Anyehe Toyota Crown, so Anyehe now also, when we were small, became very wealthy. Deputy Central Bank Governor of Biafra. Yeah. The Central Bank of Deputy is from here. Ojuku's private secretary is from here. Don't know what Ambassador Nyebula. So we have had series. Many ambassadors. The man that designed Abuja is from here. In fact, today, Hope Uzodinma is giving them an award. Today, I'm a gas trader from LPG to CNG to lean gas. Lean gas is one that goes through the pipeline. And that lean gas is higher pressure. That's for power plants. This is all what I do. Each night, when a number.
Yeah.
So one time they let home to go to room. Where did the money come from? Every night we spend, then when you sign serial number. Where did that one come from?
Yes.
And whatever I do, I like to do it. Even if instead of doing 10 kilometers, don't do it well, do one, but do it quality. And it's something you're doing, you're not doing it to just make money, you're doing it for your people. Yes. So as we do it, a lot of people are chronologists. The only time the time will give me was to make me chief and then the high chief. So today I'm the Lord Chancellor of Nkwerre and the high chief. That's a little they can say, thank you for all that you've been doing for us. Because in as much as I'm doing this, I also attracted hatred. Can you imagine? Some people have said, why can't you come and do our own? I'm not government. I'm not government.
You can't do everything at once.
And some people started carrying a rumor, oh, you only do this place. They don't want to come to do a place. As if road is one couple. You know what it takes to do road with drainage?
It's not easy.
But what can you do? I mean, if they want to understand, if they don't want, and sometimes big man, you don't want to come and do a road, you're a wicked man. You only do it in your place. We're going to tell people who don't like you. I'm not contesting for the election. And then you're also a big man. Why can't you do your own? I've seen governors, I've seen federal house members, senators. They've not done the things we've done. So if I contend to be like them, will I be able to do that? If they have capacity, they would have done that. So if God blesses you to the extent you can help community, you help community. If I'm also in the federal house to help or senate to help, I can. But you are not doing this because you want to run an election. You're doing it because of the passion I have for my people.
Igbo village, this is Igbo village somewhere. Understand? You know, some people will be in Lagos and say, let me go to my village. This is the village I'm talking about. Show them. This is story building. The other one is story building. looking at my back, you see new houses, see streets starred.
In my family, from my grandfather to my father's elder brother to my father's younger brother, all of them crossed 100 years. And the secret of longevity is honesty of purpose, sincerity. Because God, in His infinite wisdom, does not look at us as human beings. Look at the thought of your heart.
It's true.
Because God is a spirit, so He connects with that spirit. Yeah. So out of that spirit, and before you lie, you would have concocted that lie in your spirit. So my father told me, always be honest with yourself. You can make an innocent mistake. That will not count you because God already knows what you have in the heart. It was not an intention. It was a very innocent mistake. But we are not trained to always be honest at every point in time and do what Christ teaches all of us. Do unto others what you want them to do unto you.
Hello guys, this is Creative Law TV, and again we are live and direct in Nkwerre. Nkwerre is one of the most beautiful community in Nigeria. It's not only Igbo in Nigeria. And then, you know, anything that is beautiful, there are some people who is responsible for it. It cannot just be beautiful. It's not possible, right? So today we are in a residence in the house of one of the great man of Nkwerre, great person that God used to bless Nkwerre and the Igbo nation. That is a High Chief Dr. Chibuike Achigbu. Yeah, Akacha one of Nkwerre. What I go now? Mayor Kobo. Is Ogaranya. Is one person. You cannot talk about Nkwerre without mentioning his name. So if you come to Nkwerre, everywhere is tired, everywhere is beautiful. He's one of the reasons. Do you understand? So let's go and meet him. He's a great man. He's a billionaire. He's well made. He's a man that God bless. Right? So this is his house. Come, let's go in. Let me not talk too much. You know Creative Law TV. We'll always go and show you. This man is single-handedly constructing every corner roads in this Nkwerre with quota, like a very big, what I say, quality road. Every corner, only him is doing it. And we cannot come to Nkwerre without meeting him. So let's go and meet him today so that he will tell us how everything started, how he made his money, what he's doing, and why he decided to do all those things to his people. So this is his house. You see compound. Oh, see flowers. See how it's well arranged. See how it's like decorated. Everywhere is clean. I don't understand. This is village house. This is not his house in Abuja or Lagos. Right? No, this is his house in his village, Nkwerre, in Imo State. Yeah, this is it. So let me just take you for. So the landscaping, the design, the nature. See, this man is like he saw a house in London or UK before he built this. Understand? Because if you look at it, you say he has a compound and it's well designed. This is very beautiful. So, sir, may we know you, sir?
Okay, I'm Chibuike Achigbu. From this village called Imo village in Nkwerre local government. So I'm a businessman. I run a gas company in Lagos. And I left Federal University of Technology some years back, 1988. Then did masters in University of Lagos and did some courses at Harvard, USA. So this is my town. Welcome to the ancient town of Nkwerre.
Small London also, or London is own.
We're not African people. African people will tell you that's small London. But what we're trying to do, do developmental projects, make sure our town is as decent as ever with good roads, street lights, and then water. Those are the basics that we can give to our community. So if government cannot do that, we try to do that for our people. And then the next phase will be human development. When you develop human being, you create jobs. And then when you create jobs, insecurity goes down because people will now have something they're doing. That is the way we try to run this place within the limits of our endeavor. So all the time you hear about unknown government, all those kind of things can never happen here. Because our people, we try to enlighten them to know what is happening, So that's what we've tried to manage within the little resources at our disposal. Thank you.
Okay, sir. So sorry, I might go deeper. Like, people will imagine before you start helping your village, you might like be worried. How did you get there? Like, making even money, thinking of tying road or helping your villagers. You start somewhere. The reason I'm asking you a question is like our people think that everybody that has money either is by non-pay or by Ogweg or something of that nature. But then they don't look at the beginning. Can you just brief us like how God helped you to get to where you are before you even start helping your villagers?
Yeah, I didn't come from a very wealthy family.
Okay.
So people helped in training me as well. A lot of people helped in training me. So finished university, tried to get a job, but it was not possible then. I served in Exxon, but I used to go to work with helicopters living inside the ocean offshore while we were prospecting for crude oil. So everyone, white men too, they would fly me into offshores where only me will manage a rig. Sorry, manage like a production platform. So my neighbor then used to be fishes and all of that. Young age at 24 years. But after the youth service, I looked at my background, looked at the pay, and I said, let me enter into the streets. So I started hustling, from selling earrings to selling football boots. I have an elder brother who was in Russia then. So they will now, himself and his friends will contribute, send stuff to me, I will sell, send that money with their profit and then make mine. So when I started making money, and I said, well, I need to go into the thing I study, like study petroleum. I can't compete with the traders in their turf. So
Yeah.
let me go to an area that none of them can also come to compete with me in that area. So I started to trade in gas, using trucks to buy gas from refineries to go sell to homes. From there, I built like a small filling station, but the filling station is for gas too.
Okay,
Where you
that's
go
filling
and
station, yeah.
where you go and refill your cylinders and all of that. So we built one, and we started from there. Just try to develop everything within the gas environment. So today I'm a gas trader, from LPG to CNG to lean gas. Lean gas is one that goes through the pipeline, and that lean gas is higher pressure. That's for power plants. This is all what I do. So as you do that, you also realize that people help you to stand on your feet. So you try to, as much as you can, try and help others to also stand on their feet, especially education. I'm passionate about people going to school, even when they want to trade. Go to school. School exposes you and gives you the tools to be able to advance in your career. You cannot be a lawyer without going to law school.
Yes.
So a lot of people say, I do business. Do they go to business school? So, but even if you don't go to business school, the basics will help you in everything that you do in life. Like today, you get plumbers to come and do. They didn't do anything. That's why a lot of people don't do well. But go to Germany, they have skill schools. If you must come to your house to work as a plumber, you must have certificate as a plumber. You want to come work as a carpenter, you must have certificate as a carpenter because you are trained.
Do that.
You are trained to do, and when they come do the work, you can see the perfect finish on what they produce. But yeah, somebody tell them a talent, they'll mess up your house, So I try to, as much as possible, to educate people to be on their own and help them put their foot on the ground to the limits of our capabilities.
Wow. So coming to Nkwerre, Nkwerre is one of the, in short, as we came to Nkwerre, it's like we shouldn't go out. Not because of we don't have our own village, but because of the beauty and the design. When you come a place where there is peace, and I don't know how I will explain Nkwerre to you. And we realize that every corner, every street has third row, like complete one. Oh, quality one, or not even the one that car will run on it, it will break anyhow. So we now ask why, who, and we saw some names in general. So who is this person? They now call. Even last time we met Ishi, that is the Igwe, or Eze. He talked a lot of you, a lot about you. So why did you decide to develop your village? You can decide to stay in Lagos,
Yeah.
or whatever you are like, or even UK, you know, it's more private jet anyhow, case it's sure, but you decide to come home.
You know, like some of us are passionate about our community because growing up, there's a kind of bond, oneness, unity that we notice in this town. As a younger person, I was playing with the older generation mates. So that love, that passion made me to love this town. And then when I also made money, my father was alive. He died at 114 years. So that made me to always come home every 2 weeks. So coming home, because you come home, you'll be able to have affinity with everybody, be able to see their problems, their challenges, and all of that.
Yeah.
So as God gives us the capabilities, you try and do the one you can. And I have a construction company.
Yeah.
So that helped me, because I was into construction, that helped me to see to the bit that I could do as much as I can. If you do government contracts or whatever, you get small money, you try and help out. If you are doing some roads within this, you just add. So gradually, these roads you see, some of them have lasted over more than 15 years and still standing.
Igwe said it. Said it.
St. Augustine used to be one of the foremost St. Augustine grammar school of old.
Yeah.
There was at a stage, there was no road to go to St. Augustine. The whole road cut off. And I decided to do it. When I did it, and the Anglican Communion took over the school, you can see that a lot of people now are coming back to that school. The school, even the old boys have started putting money.
Yes.
Was as road and everything.
Yes.
And whatever I do, I like to do it. Even if instead of doing 10 kilometers, don't do it well, do one, but do it quality. And it's something you are doing, you're not doing it to just make money, you're doing it for your people. Yes. So as we do it, a lot of people acknowledge. The only time the time will give me was to make me chief and then the high chief. So today I'm the Lord Chancellor of Nkwerre and the high chief. That's a little they can say, thank you for all that you've been doing for us.
Wow. So all this you are doing is the love you have for people.
The love, you see the way you guys come and then you're happy about it.
Yes.
If some people come, some people when they come to marry one of our sisters or any of our sisters, say, Jesus, is this actually a village? In the night, it is street light. In the day, the street light was not, I did some, but it was done by one of us who also saw what I was doing.
And he wants to contribute.
He wants to also add value. So you see, a lot of people are now coming to say, what can I do? What can I do? So every corner of this village, not just my village, within every corner is tarred.
You even do the like you can even. I don't understand. You don't even where they walk. Like a space that is tarred.
That's the way we connected the entire place. We also changed the drainage because without drainage, the road will not last. Because this place used to, we are in. So all the flooding around this road come to here. Okay. So I have to change. That's why if you do anything, the road will spoil. So I have to change the drainage so that when it rains, it clears. And there's no mosquito here.
Why?
No mosquito.
Nkwerre.
Yeah, no, within this area because when a drainage flows,
and it's clean,
it clears mosquito. But if you have a drainage that don't flow, it breeds mosquito. So the drainage is well structured that it flows out with force. You understand? And then it cleans the gutter. Sometimes you look at the gutter as if they clean them.
Yeah.
But obviously, when people are building new houses, they use sand and pour on the road. But the youth chairman is there. So most times they collect themselves together and clean the drainage.
Yes.
Because nobody's coming to help us if he messes up again. You know. There was also a time NDDC helped us.
Okay.
They also came and then we attracted additional road from NDDC to be able to also cement it. So that helped us to cover more grounds.
Yes.
Wow. So thank you so much. And if a lot of people can be doing like this, we'll be happy. Obu Lakwana, because in as much as I'm doing this, I also attracted hatred. Can you imagine? Some people have said, why can't you come and do our own? I'm not government. I'm not government.
You can't do everything at once.
And some people started carrying a rumor. Oh, you only do this place. You don't want to come to do a place. As if road is one couple. You know what it takes to do road with drainage?
It's not easy.
But what can you do? I mean, if they want to understand, if they don't want, and sometimes big man, you don't want to come and do a road, you're a wicked man. You only do it in your place. We're going to tell people who don't like you. I'm not contesting for the election. And then you're also a big man. Why can't you do your own? You don't want to do your own. You're telling me to come and do your own. Won't I start from my house first?
That is the Akurulon now.
I start from my whole environment. As God gives us capacity, we'll continue to extend it. You understand?
Yes.
And then you know the way money, you guys make money too. So this money, they look for more. Nobody says there's a place they pack and we go there. That's why some say, oh, go there, go look. If you want to get again, there's one place they put the money, go there and carry them.
Oh no, this is not carry go.
Wow.
And forget there is nothing like Ogwego.
Okay.
It's all about it's not time. I can tell you, there is nothing like Ogwego. Nothing.
So it's fiction.
It's fiction, fraud. Wow.
Wow.
Number, serial number. When you print it, so each night when a number.
Yeah.
So live one time in the home with ego general room. Where did the money come from? Every night we spend, then when you sign the serial number. Where did that one come from? There's nothing like Ogwego. It's all about deceit. Native doctors use it to deceive people. Now people don't go to native doctors. Those native doctors now former alpha. They are church pastors. They're also using that scheme to defraud people. Sometimes they will see them going to heal lamb and dog. Well, if you bring your own, they will not heal. Maybe they can manufacture their own lamb.
So I was even to ask you, like, are you doing this for, like, maybe you are looking for a seat, but you want to contest for a position in a government? Because our people believe some of them, anybody that helping his village or people is using idea to contest, maybe in the future. So,
No, it's almost time, sir. I've seen governors, I've seen federal house members, senators. They've not done the things we've done. So if I contend to be like them, will I be able to do that? If they have capacity, they would have done that. So if God blesses you to the extent you can help community, help community. If I'm also in the federal house to help or senate to help, I can. But you are not doing this because you want to run an election. You can because of the passion I have for my people. You understand? The painful thing about politicians is the level of lies and deceit that is inherent in them. It's difficult for me to do that. Where I will see you, I heap a lot of lies on you. In my family, from my grandfather to my father's elder brother to my father's younger brother, all of them crossed 100 years. And the secret of longevity is honesty of purpose, sincerity. Because God, in His infinite wisdom, does not look at us as human beings. Look at the thought of your heart.
it's true.
Because God is a spirit, so He connects with that spirit. Yeah. So out of that spirit, and before you lie, you would have concocted that lie in your spirit. So my father told me, always be honest with yourself. You can make innocent mistake. That will not count you because God already knows what you have in the heart. It was not an intention. It was a very innocent mistake. But we are not trained to always be honest at every point in time and do what Christ teaches all of us. Do unto others what you want them to do unto you. That's what Christ came to preach, which was why the Jews rejected Him, because He didn't now come to follow the 10 commandments of Moses. He said those 10 commandments have now compressed into one. Love thyself as thy neighbor. That's what Christ came to preach. So that is the principles upon which I want to live my life. The love for myself, the love for my God, the love for my friends, the love for my brothers, and the love for my neighbor. That is the principles upon which I live my life.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay, they are calling it Akacha. Akacha.
Yes,
what
Akacha.
is the meaning of the Akacha? Our Akacha.
I took a title in 1994 into the Nzenozo title holders.
Okay.
So my name, as I said, is Engineer Dr. Chibuike Achigbu. Akacha Nkwerre. Akacha is my title. Akacha Nwata. Ahanapata. That's the full meaning. Okay. Akacha Nwata. Afanayapata. Nobody might know you know that's the way you get UGWUOKE. I fucking naganeuzi. Dangote ne ko obu afọ Dangote ne uzi. Ifeanyi obapụta, Ifeanyi obanewu. So Akacha Nwata ahanapata. So it was that title I took. But I took it when I was almost 29 years. So it took over my name. That in Lagos, everyone knows me, Akacha Nkwerre, Akacha Nkwerre. Also brought out my community. Because wherever you go, Akacha Nkwerre. Akacha Nkwerre. So the Nkwerre thing started, so it's been a long time. And when you just call me Akacha, you must add that Nkwerre. And nobody has ever answered that name. So and when I became chief, I also continued with Akacha. Now the Lord Chancellor was when they now made me High Chief. Because a High Chief carries a Lord with it. We have Lord Mayor, we have Lord Chancellor, we have Lord this, there are about 7 of us in this community. So that's the way the community say, thank you for all what you've been doing for us.
Wow. Sir, God bless you people, like Nkwerre as a whole. He is told us that the first millionaire in the whole Igbo land is from this town.
Yes.
And a lot of other billionaires that are from this particular town, Nkwerre. And you saying that you took this title at the age of 20 something. And looking at you right now and what you are doing, that means God really blessed this town. Like, like He blessed you people with money, with words.
Yeah, like in those days, Uju before the war, years back, was a very wealthy man. He was a merchant in produce. A lot of them want to go palm produce.
Yes.
So he was a merchant in palm produce. They were the people that visit Augustine. When no chabra, as a community all want to go, I got around school. How would they go? No charges, they were not St. Augustine. We were not St. Catherine's. We are the foremost out there, all back August school. August St. Augustine.
She said it to us.
Yes, so from there, in Anyehe, maybe you guys were young, Anyehe Toyota Crown. Ejukwe Anyehe Toyota Crown. So Anyehe now also, when we were small, became very wealthy. Deputy Central Bank Governor of Biafra. Amazing. Yeah. The Central Bank of Deputy is from here. Ojuku's private secretary is from here. Don't know what Ambassador Nyebula. So we have had series.
Many ambassadors.
The man that designed Abuja is from here. In fact, today, Hope Uzodinma is giving them an award. He's giving Daniel here. Emmanuel Nwog. He was one who designed Abuja with Alex Ekweme. He's their firm that designed Abuja. So we have prominent people. And if I remember that, Apo Waranya no girl.
Yes.
How Waranya go? Why am I slave trade? So all the time Waraja and I now want you about to our place. So then when you look at Zoshi,
yeah,
I don't know she is too petty. That's somebody in white pot. There are people that too big. Here, no government. They never did it. But the honor could deal over there when they were around when they make business, they make deal. That's what they go put. But then as Zoshi has to.
I maybe I hope do call.
Yeah, maybe I know that. And you think people acknowledge this thing when they come from somewhere. I was son damn robbers. Start come down. So we really keep Akacha. I'm official. So you find out that sometimes people also acknowledge the efforts that you make. They see beyond the fake promises and they know those who are genuine in their community development.
Wow. Thank you very much, sir. So
all right, thank you.
The last thing we just give advice to youths who are looking up to you. They want to be a billionaire, they want to make money today, tomorrow, like our generation who want to become quick without process.
Yeah, like sometimes too, because of our lifestyle, because of the things we are doing, the younger ones want to be like you. So that's why some of them are looking, however they want to make it. So that quick syndrome comes into their life. Today, we can't even fill up our quota in police. We can't fill our quota in the military because you ask them to go say, nah, leave that thing. Now to go say by road, they collect one cover when I can do trading. You see a young boy who's a trader. The money he makes is much more than what a civil servant makes. So why would he want to go and work? That's why a lot of our youths are going to trade or they want to go overseas. But going overseas now, not everybody will go. Not everybody will be a trader. We also need professionals.
Yes.
But again, they get discouraged because they go to school, do everything. There are no jobs. So government should be the creator of wealth, not taxing people. You are taxing impoverished people. You can only create wealth and then tax the wealth that you created. It is the wealth that you created that you can tax. Not taxing very wretched people who cannot afford to do it. So thank you so much. So my advice to you is that start small. Whatever you are doing, start small. And brother, I've been into this business for something years now. So it didn't just come overnight. Yeah. There are times of goodness, times of badness, But if you are diligent in what you are doing, if you put a lot of energy in whatever thing you are doing, these unseen spiritual forces will come together to help you overcome. you'll be struggling. You think that continue to struggle. There are forces that will help you overcome the challenges.
Wow.
That is what we pray. And what we tell these little ones is, first go to this. Things have stages. Go to primary school, go to secondary school, learn how to read and write. If necessary, go to university. And then you cannot enter into any area, because whatever, no knowledge is wasted. Whatever you are, you can apply that knowledge in whatever thing you are, and then you're going to add value to your life.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, when did you build this house?
I built this one in 1994.
Was it renovated?
That one.
The other one?
That was the day I took the Akacha Nwata to 1994. That's when I acquired this land. Then I built this one 5 years ago.
This house can stay here for century without having, without going out of fashion.
That's right.
That's the way
We took our time. Okay. We crafted it, and then it's going to, just like you said.
Wow.
It's not too massive. It's not small.
Yes.
Enough.
You don't know how to describe it. Just normal.
Enough, like a professional.
Professional. Yeah, I love that. Okay.
Oh, all right, you guys have done well. Thank you so much. So you just go around on your own doing this?
Yes.
Okay, you make money by, is it the content you're creating or what?
Sometimes the content currently we are not yet big to be monetized are getting big money. So, but get help by like sponsors, like those who see what we are doing. Like this Nkwerre now, is a number man who sponsored it. I tell you. So mostly, if you watch us, we go on number, they can see us and say no. These people, they will send and say, "Oh, continue." But like just the way we see you, Akacha Nwata. We buy a film, if I push video, because what we do, we change the narrative, telling people, showing people.
Yeah, because we are trying to. I am the president of Nkwerre worldwide. We are trying to create our history.
Wow. As
told by us, not as told by the white man or by us, other people. So we're trying to create our history. But we hired professionals that are doing research. Wow. They will do detailed research and they come back with our history, which a lot of us will sign.
That is good.
So take my number and give me a call at your convenience. Down my card here.
So guys, this is Nkwerre. Here is Nkwerre. If you look around, you will think that I'm somewhere in a GRA. This is somebody village. You know, Igbo village. This is Igbo village somewhere. Understand? You know, some people will be in Lagos and say, "Let me go to my village." This is the village I'm talking about. Show them. This is story building. The other one is story building. Looking at my back, you see new houses, 6 streets, starred this way. And can you imagine? Is one man, one man, Lord Mayor. Oh yeah, Akacha, one of Nkwerre, Ogaranya, is single-handedly doing this things. You know how much they used to tie 1 kilometer of road? Not when someone is tying almost all the whole villages. Do you understand? So, but then, not only him, many people from Nkwerre billionaires are helping. If you check, you see street lights. Some people are contributing by donating street lights. He's building roads. Other people are making sure, giving empowerment to the youth, everything. You see, this community is one of the best and, let's say, organized, beautiful, and peaceful community you can talk of in Igbo land. Even, you know, sometimes many people have said, go to Nkwerre, but we are not disappointed. Let me just tell you. If Nkwerre, you know, you cannot say anything without talking about Anambra because they have everything. Understand? So, but then Nkwerre is doing very, very well. Abreba also is one of the Nkaije mon. Like being Igbo man, there's people, there's a place, there's a community, there's some people, individuals you can use as a reference, like you'll be proud of, even though you're not related to. I'm not from Nkwerre, but if I go outside state or like Nigeria, like outside states that are not Igbo, I can be proud of. Oh, do you know Nkwerre? Do you know so many? Like if you go, like if I'm in Lagos right now, or outside land, Kano, Kaduna, Katsina, or I'm somewhere in Oyo, you understand? Or other places, other states, you can say, do you know Igbo village in Nkwerre? You can say, do you know Igbo village of Sume? Do you know Abreba? Do you know Ogota? Do you know other places? Do you understand? Do you know the village also? Who know? That's my village. So, that is where you can some places you can be proud of, even though you are not from that place, because what they are doing and the example they are living is very good. This is what we promote, right? Go Sifa. So, and one of our man will receive, that is Gerard from USA, will receive your support. You know, it's only support that will make us show you people all those things you want. So if you are thinking how these people get money, all those things, is support. Our account is there. Please send us something so that we can pay for our hotel and pay for our movement. It takes a lot logistic. It takes a lot to do this content. We don't get anything from YouTube, Facebook, right? So support us, Gerard. Thank you. God bless you. And I think you are seeing what we are showing. We will show, we promote Olo, Nkwerre, and other part of Olo is a promise. You know what? How we do it?